Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 27th episode of Help Desk Live. My name's Timmy Sullivan. I'm a senior at Burlington High School and the senior director of the BHS Help Desk. Joining me today is Meghan Davis, who is one of the co-founders and a marketing specialist at GoEnnounce, which is an amazing web platform that I was looking at earlier this evening. Just a reminder that this episode will be available on the Help Desk Live YouTube page, as well as through the Help Desk social media channels. All right, Meghan. So when I was looking at GoEnnounce today, I noticed that you guys have really had a lot of press coverage. There's a lot of big name companies that are talking about you. I saw the New York Times was one of them, ABC News. I'm curious as to can you provide our audience with really what GoEnnounce is and why it's getting so much media attention?
Yeah, of course. And I'm really happy to be participating in this session of Help Desk Live. Thanks for having us. So what GoEnnounce really has become is and the easiest way to describe it is the LinkedIn for high school students. There's nothing really out there that's allowing students to create this digital representation of who they are, not only academically, but with their extracurriculars, volunteer hours, giving them a place to save all of these things and also communicate with people in their life in a safe social network. Also, we give students a lot of, we call them opportunities, whether they're access to funding, exclusive brand-sponsored scholarships for our students, and also incorporating college savings plans into students' accounts.
Yeah, that's incredible. I was noticing one of the features was monthly you guys award $500 scholarships just for maintaining your profile and posting and sharing with your followers. And I thought that was really an unparalleled feature.
We're really big advocates of this whole, term of students creating this positive digital legacy. And so what we do is right now we have one exclusive brand sponsored scholarship where it's a company, You Promise. They're one of the largest holders of 529 in college savings plans. They reward one student that is utilizing GoEnnounce and really creating this positive digital legacy and brand of themselves. And it doesn't need to be an all-star student every month. It's really about who are you as a student? What are you doing extracurricularly with your volunteer hours, things like that. So we're actually looking to expand upon that. And that's a way that we're getting brands involved in being able to make an impact on students and give students these opportunities that by creating this digital legacy of themselves and knowing that this is okay to have out there. A lot of students are afraid to have social media platforms that they're on public because I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but 35% of college admissions are looking at students on social media and 37% of employers are looking at students on social media. And it's important for students to know that it's okay to have, as long as you're using them correctly, social media accounts that are public out there. And if students are utilizing their GoEnnounce student pages correctly, it's something that they should want for people like employers and institutions to find.
Exactly. It's a great, not only reward, but it's a great way to influence students and get them to contribute positively, not only just to their academics, but to understand that people take note of this, and it's a great way to promote themselves.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot about digital citizenship. That's been coming up when we talk about GoEnnounce, and we're both going to be attending the Digital Citizenship Conference tomorrow. So I was just curious as to what GoEnnounce defines digital citizenship as well as how do students using GoEnnounce really develop an understanding of digital citizenship?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I kind of want to take one step back and kind of sharing, when we launched GoEnnounce and thought of the concept of GoEnnounce, we were always going straight to the students. We wanted students to have this place to be able to not only track everything that they were doing academically and extracurricularly, but also be able to share it with the people in their life that want to know, give them encouragement, mentors and relatives. It was never something that we envisioned in the classroom. We always thought, schools would be scared of the social aspect of it. Over the past 2 years that we have been live, the conversation that we've seen surrounding digital footprint, students creating a positive digital brand has evolved so much, and it's really exciting for us. Teachers started coming to us because they were trying to find a platform that was you were able to use in the classroom. And they were trying to bring Twitter and Facebook in, and it just wasn't conducive to a student and talking about what's going on in school. So they started asking, how can we bring GoEnnounce in? And so it's been really exciting for us. We actually just piloted and developed a curriculum, a 12-week curriculum surrounding digital citizenship with in partnership with ESDAC. And it just piloted this past month in September.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. And it's all about teaching students the importance of creating and maintaining a positive digital footprint and educating students on issues surrounding digital security. And so, really what we're excited about is, allowing students to have this platform in their voice and using it to create this positive digital footprint and bringing it into classrooms and, using it as a college readiness tool and, teaching digital legacy in schools.
So that transitions us greatly to my next question, which is really about the involvement of social media in schools. I know that a lot of school districts are hesitant and maybe even prohibit the use of social medias, and then even more like calmer self-promotion like GoEnnounce is. They still prohibit that because it does have the more social aspect to it.
Right.
So can you speak to how GoEnnounce really protects students' data and their privacy, and why this is a fundamental aspect?
Yeah, of course. There's a couple different ways that we've tackled this. One, there's no private messaging allowed on GoEnnounce. So someone that was following a student or someone that came across a student's page, if they were public, they would never be able to private message that student. There's no phone number or email exchange. So if someone were to comment on a student's what we call announcement post, say a student's sharing a recent grade or an accomplishment extracurricularly, they would not be able to immediately, if they tried to put an email address or a phone number, it's flagged and not even allowed to be put up. So there's no phone number or email exchange. Also, every single thing that is posted by a student on GoEnnounce or commented by a follower is monitored by a private human monitoring system. If it's deemed inappropriate, it's automatically taken down, and that student or that follower is notified.
Wow, it sounds like you guys have a pretty good way of handling this.
Yeah, and we also don't, we're not selling any kind of student data at all either.
Awesome. So I would like you right now actually to sell me on GoEnnounce and to sell the viewers really on why is this a great application that students should be taking advantage of, and why is it different than other applications? I know that you had mentioned earlier that you coined the term LinkedIn for students.
Yeah.
What really makes this different than that?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm loving that I'm talking to a student actually about this too. As you know, students really, what we found, especially in high school students, really compartmentalize their social media accounts. They use their Snapchat for something, they use their Facebook for something, Instagram, but there's really nothing conducive for a student to use socially, talking about school-related things and in the voice of you. There's other e-portfolio sites that, we're very big advocates of. We're not trying to, replace other e-portfolio sites. We actually want to work in conjunction with them. Whereas if you have an e-portfolio like a Pathwrite or something, you would be pushing out your major accomplishments that you had in your Pathwrite onto your GoEnnounce student page. This is something in the voice of you year after year that really is, you're able to track everything from extracurriculars, volunteer hours, awards, honors, major projects that you're doing. It really becomes your own little personal website that by utilizing this, you're able to access, access opportunities such as our scholarships, funding opportunities also. And then also, as we kind of touched on before, institutions and employers eventually are looking at these things. And it's so important for students to know that they shouldn't be hiding their social media accounts, obviously, certain ones that they have, but it's also important for them to know that how they should behave on social media. And that is something that, as the digital age is becoming more and more prevalent everywhere, it's something that students need to learn younger and younger, how to behave on social media. And this is a perfect platform for them to do because it's relatable to them. We ask you things, whereas, how do professionals use a LinkedIn? It's all about career, like what you've done in your career. Students don't have that yet. You have extracurriculars, you have, awards, you have scholarships, things like that. So this is the place that you showcase those things.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. And I think that it could work as a great transition as well, because they really understand the fundamentals of how to positively promote themselves, and then like what types of content they should really be uploading. And then you said you want to work with other digital portfolio platforms, and I think that that's great to really teach students using GoEnnounce how to do that, so that they can cross-publish to their other social media outlets.
Yeah, exactly.
So you talk a lot about employers and maybe higher education looking at students' digital portfolios. Do they need a GoEnnounce account to view these students? How are students publicized, and how can they really showcase their work and push it out to their communities?
Yeah, so in order for, students create what we call student pages, and then they're able, if you have a student page, it's your own URL. So that's what's great about it. Students are already using their URLs to include on their college applications, because right now college applications aren't enough. You're filling out all these things and on paper, but there's so much more. If say you're in Key Club, for example, but you're like an all-star in Key Club and you're really involved, how would you portray that on just a college application? You're really not able to. But on your GoEnnounce student page, you're able to put like photos of you at Key Club events, all the hours that you've kind of logged with them, that would all be showcased. And if you were able to use your GoEnnounce student page link on your college application, they would be able to look at that and see all of this in a digital form. Same goes for scholarships. We have students using their GoEnnounce student page links to apply for scholarships or organizations that they want to be part of. Because again, it's just really being more of a digital way of saying, oh, I was in ROTC and this is what I did in ROTC, or other things that the students are involved in. As of right now, if a student is public on GoEnnounce, if say a college admissions like search their name would probably show up with their GoEnnounce student page, similar to if they had a Facebook or an Instagram account. If a student is private, that would not show up, and only if the student gave their individual link, that would be an institution or a potential employer to be able to find them.
And is GoEnnounce really designed for all ages, or is there like a specific age group that you're looking to?
Yeah, so our curriculum actually just got piloted from 7th grade to 12th grade. So that's really the market that we're trying to tackle right now. High school students, we really found love this platform because again, it's very relatable to them. The fields that they're very familiar with social media accounts, but yet there's nothing, again, like LinkedIn's they're not ready for LinkedIn. So this is a little bit more of something that they're ready and relatable to. But we found that, especially going into schools, it's something we want to bring even younger, starting it around 7th grade, because this is something as of 9th grade you really want to have. Because think about you as a senior. If you would have started it when you were in 9th grade, every time you joined a new extracurricular, got a new award, you just would have put it in, done extra, volunteer hours. You just would have entered it in. And when you're applying for colleges, it's very easy to remember.
All right.
Especially for another thing that's actually happened, which is really cool. You've probably been starting to go ask for recommendations from teachers. And this, they have a lot of students that are asking them for this. And unfortunately, maybe they can't remember everything that you did. A lot of students have been like, hey, check out my GoEnnounce page. You can learn more about me before writing this recommendation.
I think what's great about that too, I didn't actually think about it until you just said it, is that a lot of students, may add a little bit more than they should in terms of their involvement to extracurriculars on their application. But this is really a good running timeline to have an understanding of how involved the student was over the course of their academic career, really, and where their interests. I feel as though you could see a lot of interests develop. I know my interests have changed over the course of my academic career, and I think this would really illustrate that well.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell from the student's page, if they're interested in engineering or, again, volunteering. You can really tell by looking at or if they're an art student. It's really cool what you can tell by looking at a student's page.
So, like I mentioned before, you will be in attendance to the National Digital Citizenship Conference tomorrow, October 3rd in West Hartford, Connecticut. What are you and your team looking to take out of this experience?
Yeah, so again, kind of going back to what we talked about, it's been really cool for us to see this whole like digital citizenship term evolve in the past 2 years. So we're always kind of looking to find ways that we can make GoEnnounce better in order to kind of serve this digital citizenship purpose that's, people are trying to instill in students and bring into the curriculum. Again, we also just launched and developed our curriculum. So we really want to talk to as many people about that, what we're really trying to do regarding using social media in the classroom, teaching students how to safely post online, privacy, copyright issues. Those are all things that are part of the curriculum. So we're really wanting to talk to as many people about it. Just some quick stats from it. Students were given, when we piloted it in some school districts in Kansas, students were given a pre-test kind of surrounding what they think about their digital footprint, privacy, plagiarism, and students scored on average about a 50% on it. And then after taking the course, our digital citizenship curriculum, the average score was a 90%. So yeah, so we're really excited about it. And so we're really looking to kind of obviously tell as many people about GoEnnounce and how it can be used to teach digital citizenship and also get feedback on our curriculum.
Sounds amazing. I'd like to take the time right now to thank you, Meghan, for joining us today and talking about GoEnnounce. I'd also like to thank everyone who tuned into this episode. It will be available on the Help Desk Live YouTube channel. If you're interested in being in a Help Desk Live episode, please feel free to contact Jen Sheffer. Her Twitter handle is @JLSheffer, and she can be emailed at jsheffer@bpsk12. Thank you very much, Meghan. It was really a privilege to speak with you today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the conference.
Yeah, thank you so much, Timmy. This has been great. And yeah, we'll have to meet tomorrow, and I could even, well, I guess you've already checked out GoEnnounce. But
yeah, I have. I'm looking to create my page later today.
One thing I can show you tomorrow is our app is in pretty much full development right now, and we're giving
that's awesome.
Students some beta testing, so I can show it to you tomorrow.
I look forward to that. Thank you again so much for being with us today, and thank you to everyone who was watching.
Bye. Have a nice day.